Good morning, guys. Welcome to another live stream. Your driver Mike here. If you guys are new to this channel is dedicated to the rideshare space. So if you're a driver, a passenger, or someone just interested in the rideshare space, consider subscribing. Oh, we are so excited, so pumped for this live stream today. We have a lot of fun things to talk about. Let me welcome you in here. Again, guys, welcome to a new live stream every Saturday at 12 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're talking about something that's really fun today. And you saw the past video. Hey, Dark Road, first one in here. How's it going, Dark Road? We're talking about something really fun today. We're touching on the video we posted yesterday about Halloween driving. And there's honestly so much to talk about with Halloween driving strategy. Past emails, which I'm excited to go over with you guys, past emails from Uber and Lyft, and we can use that knowledge from past years to kind of judge what we're going to do for this year, as well as sharing any stories with everybody about past Halloweens, if you've driven past Halloween years, or if you plan on driving this year, or if you plan on decorating the car, dressing up in a costume. We can talk about everything Halloween. So today, as you guys know, we are coming live from San Diego, California. And every week rather, we give you a little update. And this week, we got this matcha love, guys. Green tea with real matcha. And I took my first sip of this, and this is awesome. It's always either a coffee, an energy drink, something. That's what we do here. That's what we're drinking today for this morning. So lots to talk about. And if you didn't see that video yesterday about Halloween, it provides a good kind of summary what to expect earnings-wise if you're going to drive Halloween, when you should be driving, when perhaps you shouldn't be driving, and any accessories that you may have as well. We're going to talk about accessories because Halloween is not just another day to go out and drive, okay? You want to adjust your times, and you're going to probably adjust your accessories if you don't have accessories especially. Yes, Dark Road, thanks for joining. Stephen Fleming, thanks for joining. Always try to miss hitting kids. That's very important. Yes, I would advise the same. Always advise to miss the little kids out trick-or-treating in their costumes. So guys, let me ask you right now. Firstly, let me know where you're coming from. Let me know where you're watching from. It's nice to find out where everyone is viewing the live stream from. Also, do you plan on driving for Halloween? Have you driven in the past? We're going to take a short viewer poll and find out from you guys. So I do plan on driving this year for Halloween. And what do we mean by that? All right, Halloween, great. Halloween falls on a Tuesday? Yes. Yeah, Halloween falls on a Tuesday, so why would I drive on a Tuesday? Well, you are and you aren't. Okay, you really want to hit that weekend before. We're looking at the 27th of Friday, 28th. Not quite the 29th on Sunday, but you can check if you'd like. And then again, on Tuesday when the actual holiday is, you always want to do that. You always want to drive that weekend before the actual holiday if it falls on a weekday, because that's going to be the big party weekend. And if you're not really familiar with driving rideshare on Halloween, it is an absolute party weekend. If you're driving the early morning airport runs, if you're driving kind of the work rush, the lunch rush, the post-work rush, you may not be in the ecosystem of the bar party hours, and you probably don't want to be in the bar party hours. But we're going to talk about why Halloween, those hours are so profitable, and again, because it's a big party weekend. Guys, I want to welcome you to the live stream right now. If you're just joining the live stream, can you give me a quick thumbs up on the live stream? Shows me that you get value in the live stream, in the content on these videos. Gets more people in here, more eyes on the stream, and boosts us in YouTube's almighty algorithm. That would be fantastic. Real quick, takes 2 seconds, maybe 1 second. Good Book Enterprises, thanks again for joining. Good Book says, I'm too old to party. Well, we can always party mentally, even if we don't have the energy physically. Yeah, I'm definitely more in the mindset to go make some money than spend a lot of money and be out in that craziness. But Yeah, we're going to talk about, again, talking about Halloween strategies. We're going to talk about some of the challenges, and I can tell you some of the challenges here specifically as well. So again, let me know where you're driving currently, where you're viewing from, and if you're going to drive for Halloween. And that's really interesting, guys, because again, this is not just another weekend here. All right, guys, we have a good 6 people in here. Hey, guys, thanks for joining. I appreciate it. Hope your Saturday is going well. Let's jump into it. So I'm going to show you some earnings comparisons first. And if you saw the video yesterday, this is going to seem familiar. But anyone new to this stream here, let's look at what Halloween has done in the past. Okay, so let's pull up. These are going to be earnings, an earnings statement from 2015. This is the absolute first weekend I ever drove for Uber. And I signed up for Uber first. And it was, again, late October of 2015. And I was really adamant to get on the road and to be active on the platform for Halloween weekend. And at the time, I was really pushing support via email to make sure they activated my car and sent the profile information through in time so I could drive for this very reason. Now, this is the earnings from 2015 on the Halloween weekend, okay? And we can pull up a calendar and maybe look at exact, the dates. And I can actually go into my history perhaps and look at the rides we got if you're curious. But this is what we did for the first weekend. And this is 2 days of driving. And I imagine, without even really diving deep into these earnings that I'm pulling it up right now, but I would imagine the earnings per hour is probably a little bit lower here because at the time, when I first started driving, I would take anything, any request that would come through because I didn't really know how to optimize the system. And, okay, yes, that's right. This is perhaps so far back in Uber's system that they either have an error on their app or it's just too old, okay, and it's been archived because they don't show any time online. They don't show any trips, actually. And here's what I'm talking about. It shows 0 and 0. I remember looking at this and I was like, okay, that's kind of impossible. So it may be too old in their system for them to keep it. I don't know, but you can see here we did $110. I'm sorry, $111 on Friday, and then Saturday night, October of Halloween, we did $139, and that's pretty decent. If you want to know how much you can make in one day, you can make $100 in a day. Now this greatly, depends on your market. If you're in a very rural micro market, you probably can't hit $100 because, again, surge, demand, how many rides you're actually getting. I'm sorry, I may have said in an hour, in a day, yeah, $100 plus in a day. And it is doable if you're in a medium-sized market, especially a large market, Chicago, Miami, LA. But then you also are combating saturation. So to give you guys an idea, if you're new to driving, you can do $100 in a day. And now remember, now Uber is showing you your net profits. They're showing you your profits after their commission. Keep in mind you have to pay taxes on that. So that's net revenue, let's say. It's net revenue before tax adjustments. But you can do $100 in a day. Dark Road, first you're driving Sacramento for me. Okay, Dark Road, you're up way north, up in Sacramento. I didn't know that. Must have forgot. That's awesome. All right, first you're driving in Sacramento for Dark Road. Hey, good boog, Dallas Fort Worth Market. I don't do the bar crowd. I'm the early riser. Start at 3 a.m. Oh my gosh, that is an early riser. Good boog. That's kind of when I would go to bed in the past. When I was in Pittsburgh, I would basically go to bed around 3. I'd say 3:30, something like that. But my job was a little bit later in the day compared to everyone else because I was actually in West Coast customer support. Dark Road 250, nice. Yeah, it was good. And here's why we're talking about Halloween today, guys, because of, if I can point the right way, it's hard, guys. It's like mirrored. It's hard. So because of this is why we're talking about Halloween today. Because Halloween is not the typical earnings night. So we're going to talk about how you can do something like this really kind of easier, even easier than this. This is my first time driving, guys. This is my first weekend. You can see here in 2015. So, all right, that's 2015, guys. Let's show you last year here. Check this out, guys. Are you ready for this? Remember, $250 in 2015 is pretty good, right? So let's say average of like 108. What is that? 108 average per day. That's good. That's good. But again, we don't really know how many hours I drove because, as we saw, Uber's system kind of archived it or something. But check this out. Okay, 1 year later, with the knowledge of my city roads, the knowledge of the Uber app, knowledge of demand trends, what we see in this channel, guys, mastering demand trends and doing the research. If you're new to this channel, if you're just watching for the first time, if you just subscribed recently, or if you've been subscribed since day one, that there's a real importance to that, and this is real advice, and it's really going to affect your income. Okay, take a look at this right here, $250 in 2 days. Look at this, $216 in 1 day. So we made almost the same amount in 1 day. And that's because we knew the research. When we did the research, we knew the demand trends. We knew the city. We knew how to optimize, travel time on the roads, everything. That's why it's so important, guys. If you haven't subscribed already, if you're interested in mastering the Uber or Lyft system. Now, the research side's on you guys. The research side, that's what you're tasked with. But you need to master the Uber and Lyft system, okay? Know how they work, know how they peak, they ebb and flow, the surge demands go up and down. And then you need to know your city, how to travel best throughout your city, and you can make numbers like this. Rudy Castillo in the house. Hey, thanks for joining, Rudy. Appreciate it. Dark Road, $216 in 1 day. That's job quitting money. Love it. Keep in mind, guys, disclosure, this is also last year in 2016. Now, rates were $110 a mile, $105 a mile in Pittsburgh. I can't remember now, but now rates are comparable here in San Diego. They actually raised rates, and I may do a video on it, but it looks like Uber raised rates quietly here in San Diego to $116 a mile. I can double check it right now. But I was reading a forum, and drivers were showing screenshots of that. I can find out right now for you. But that's really optimizing surge, right? Doing this, not that, this is because we optimized surge and we knew where to be. And I can show you guys trip history on that as well to find out, it may be a combination of luck and skill, but you probably will get luckier if you're better positioned, on the map. Okay, guys, here we go. Let's see. Yeah, I believe rates were $110 a mile here in San Diego. And check this out. It's $116 a mile now. Now, it's always been 15 cents a minute. When I came here a couple months ago and I checked, it was 15 cents a minute. But check it out. It's $116 a mile now. So it looks like they may have raised rates. Now, there's no base fare, which I believe there was a base fare in Pittsburgh, but yeah, check your app, actually. Yeah, check your passenger apps, do a dummy fare, and then click on the UberX, and click on the info button and see what that fare breakdown is to see if rates maybe went up in your market. So yeah, guys, this is why you want to be, I'm never going to point the right way. It happens every time. Yeah, this is why you want to be subscribed to the channel, why you want to optimize, the Uber and Lyft app and do that research in your market. Any questions before we move on to the email comparisons here? Let me know, guys. Hey, we have 8 people in here. Want to welcome you to another live stream here every Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That is what, 1 p.m. Eastern, East Coast? Yes. Hey, Virginia Rideshare, thanks for joining. I appreciate it. Saw you in the comment section of one of the videos. So, guys, as we approach the 15-minute mark on this hour live stream, if you haven't done so already, just a heads up for everyone in the live stream. Right now, as we try to do on this channel, we do a few thank yous for major milestones or for product reviews and whatnot. We have a giveaway going on right now for 2 winners two winners for this, the PowerPod charging station. We did a video on this this past week. A great product, easy installation, and a charging hub for your passengers for Lightning, USB Type-C, and micro USB for any kind of phones that they have. So we're giving away two of these. The link is below in the description. Don't click on that right now. It may take you away from this live stream. But if you do want to open it in another tab, just so you don't close the live stream, yeah, open for 1 month, a little bit less than a month, and you can win two of these. Shout out to PowerPod for teaming up with the channel here and providing you guys with two of those. So enter below. Hey, Virginia Raj here. Just watched your latest video on Halloween. Yeah. And guys, we're doing a full live stream on Halloween because there's that much strategy to talk about. Okay, well, let's jump right into it. So what we're going to be looking at here are past emails from Uber and Lyft. Okay. So let's check this first one out here. All right, guys. I'm trying to make sure that the display is correct for you. And we're still a little misaligned here for some reason. Okay, it's not gonna affect you too much here. That's fine. Okay, so let's take a look here, guys. And I actually want to make sure we bring up the right email. Here we go. I got you. Don't worry. Well, what we're trying to do is bring up these Halloween emails, but my OBS is not letting me change the slides. Give me 1 sec. Appreciate your patience. I think I know why. That's odd, guys. That's odd. Well, let's take a look at this email. I'm trying to cycle through these, and it's really not cooperating for some reason. My apologies here, but take a look here. This one is from November of 2016. There we go. Okay, I think I know why, guys. Okay, there we go. Okay. So I want to make sure I brought up these emails in order for you. Let me just close that out and bring this up real quick to make sure that I can put these in the right order for you. And that's odd, guys. It was working, and now it's not working again. My apologies, guys. We had this working here in this. Come on, OBS. Come on. Maybe I have to have a transition to you guys. No, that's odd. There we go. Okay. Well, I think it's still going to transition here for us, because we wanted to start right here, but I think it's going to keep moving. All right, let's hope it doesn't move. All right, I think we're good. Knock on wood, I think we're good. Okay. I don't see it transitioning anymore automatically. Hopefully it doesn't mess up on us again, but here's where we want to start. And the reason we wanted to start here is look at the date on the top right. This is October 30th of 2015. This is the first email I received from Uber on the driver's side talking about Halloween. And so this is about 2 years ago, and we're going to review some of these emails to kind of see how their verbiage changed, strategies, and I take this info to strategize for 2017. Let me catch up with you guys here. Virginia Rideshare, this will be my first Halloween, not sure what to expect. We had Oktoberfest here last week, and that was pretty wild. Had 3.2 surge, which was amazing. Dark Road, can we dress up as drivers? What costumes, Mike? Dark Road, Virginia, Oktoberfest must have been fun. We have some Oktoberfest going on right now here in San Diego. We had one locally here in La Mesa, California. There's one in Ocean Beach, I believe, Pacific Beach. Dark Road, if anyone has questions about dressing up as drivers, there's actually some answers to that in these emails, but I'll tell you right now, Uber traditionally has said, yeah, feel free to dress up, just don't put on any masks or anything. Your passengers need to identify who you are. Okay, so this email says, get ready for the rush. Demand will be high on Friday night and especially high on Saturday from 8 p.m. until 3 a.m. for Halloween, etc. So that is really the hours you want to drive, guys. If you want to drive kind of the party crowd, the Halloween crowd, they say they're 8 p.m. until 3 a.m. That sounds about right. The initial wave, 8 p.m., 9 p.m., people bouncing around between friends' houses, going over to a friend's house for kind of a pre-party, getting ready to go out. So there's a decent amount of travel going on then. And then, of course, throughout the night, you're going to have those crowds transition to the bars, leaving about, let's say, 10 to 11:30. You're going to get a big secondary rush there. Then after that, you're going to have some party goers leaving a little bit earlier, probably around 12:30 until 2:30, if that's when your bars let out. Some cities are 4 a.m. And then after that, you're going to have some people hanging around for pizza, whatever, bouncing to kind of some house parties after that. Dark Rose says, I'm going as Robert De Niro circa 1978. All right. Guys, I haven't dressed up before. I don't think I'm going to. But you definitely can. You definitely can. Just don't obscure your face too much. Passengers want to find the right driver. All right, guys, here's the next email from Uber. This is around the same. We're going chronologically. There's word number one, guys. If you're new to the Your Driver Mike live stream, we typically have to mess up 3 words to make it a true live stream. Otherwise, it just doesn't seem right, So it's around 2015 as well, chronologically, these emails. Okay, so these are older emails. Then I'm going to transition to more recent emails from last year. This one, Uber, it's Halloween weekend. Cash in on one of the busiest weekends of the year by getting on the road. Michael, don't mask your excitement. It's the weekend you've been waiting for. Make no bones about it. Demand will be sweet as candy beginning tonight with college football and continuing through the entire holiday and football weekend. Read our details about expected earnings. So you can see here Halloween following on weekends with football as well. Kind of peaks demand. All right, and here are the weekly guarantees at the time. So what do you think of this? Drive 20 hours and make at least $450. Drive 30 hours, make at least $750, etc. Now, I mean, Uber, as we said in one of our videos here about the new leadership under Dara Khosrowshahi, you can see all the verbiage, the terms and requirements, and it's so muddy when it's done like this, in my opinion. Is they give all these options for hours and earnings. Then they go through the peak hour requirements. You have to drive at least 10 hours of each week during the following peak times. So you can only drive from Thursday 9 p.m. until 3 a.m. I don't think you can see my, okay, you can't see my mouse here. But you can see here in the middle row, Friday's got to be between 5 p.m. and 3 a.m. And then you also have other requirements. At the time, you had to opt in, so you weren't qualified unless you actually opted in. You have to complete at least one trip an hour. You have to have a 90% acceptance rate. Complete your first trip as an active driver. You can see here November 1st, and then only accounts activated between the 23rd and 31st were eligible. Dark Road says, love Halloween, second busiest night of the year. That's right, and I'm sure you guys know the first busiest night of the year. Hey Julio, thanks for joining. Julio says, this will be my first Halloween driving. That's awesome. A lot of first-time drivers here, and it's important that you're here. Right now we're reviewing past emails from Uber about Halloween. So this is going to show us, okay, what have they offered in the past as far as incentives. You can see here some incentives. So maybe they'll offer something this year, and if not, you may find out, just for your own knowledge, the transition of Uber, if they're becoming more generous, less generous for drivers, then it helps you make your own decisions. Moving on, this is the title screen from that email. Make $1,500 for 4 weeks guaranteed. Halloween weekend is one of the most lucrative for Uber partners, and we're adding to the excitement. Finish your partner profile by next Saturday, October 31st, and complete your first trips by the end of next weekend to be eligible for up to $1,500 in guaranteed fares for each of the following 4 full payment weeks. That is up to $6,000 guaranteed. And then again, here are the actual details. And you can see here, yes, you have to drive 50 hours and to make that $1,500 for the week. And also you have to drive 10 of those hours in peak times. You have to have 90% acceptance rate and take at least 1 trip an hour. Okay. And you can see here's another email, 15 days until Halloween. And again, more of the same. Don't miss out on one of the busiest weekends of the year. Finish your profile today. You can see here, this is again 2015 when I was finishing my profile, and I did want to ensure I could be on the road for Halloween weekend. So let's go to Lyft. Here's a Lyft email. And again, these are older, this should be 2016 because I didn't sign up for Lyft until November of 2015. And before we go into this Lyft email, again, let me know if you're driving. Let me know if you're driving this Halloween weekend, if you've driven before for Halloween, or if this is your first time driving for this coming weekend. Are you going to dress up? Any expectations? Any earnings expectations? If you've driven before, what stories you have? Feel free to post them here, yes, here in the live chat. This is going on right now, so if you're in the live chat, your comments will appear here and remain here for the rebroadcast. Also, if you're watching the rebroadcast or the live stream, if you can leave a like on the video, I'd really appreciate it, guys. All right, so let's go back into this Lyft email. All right, guys, so this Lyft messaging says, haunted hourly guarantees. There seem to be a lot more puns and a lot more kind of leisurely verbiage from Uber and Lyft in the past. I think as the demand scaled, as our platform scaled, they kind of realized, well, they adjusted that drivers really don't need the fluff, need this kind of playful verbiage per se. They just kind of want the info. Halloween is one of Lyft's busiest times of the year, which means your hourly guarantees are supernaturally high this weekend. As always, it's a win-win. Of course, right? It's always a win-win, guys. You'll either hit the guaranteed amount on your own, or we'll cover the difference for your eligible hours. And you can see that the very bottom there for Saturday, the 29th, the weekend before Halloween there. So that's what? Halloween fell on a Monday that year, it looks like. That's the busiest time. That's Saturday before Halloween, guys. That's going to be your busiest time. And you can see here, again, similar hours, 10 p.m. until 3 a.m. They guaranteed $40 an hour. Again, that's in fares. That would be before Lyft's commission. So that's actually going to be, let's see, $32 an hour if you're getting 20%. But I don't think we have the stipulations on this email. Let me look. No, we didn't have the stipulations on this one. But I would imagine it was the same. 90% acceptance rate, one ride an hour. That's kind of the status quo for a year or so ago. All right, guys, so we're moving to last year. You can see here on the top right, October 27th, 2016. You may have seen this. This is just a Lyft's kind of weekly email. In the top left, you can see ways to earn in Pittsburgh. So this is their weekly kind of summary of the week. Things going on, and here they mentioned Halloween. Halloween weekend is one of the top earning opportunities for Lyft drivers. With so many spooky events across the city, passengers will be counting on you to get home safely. And they did comment there that a KISS FM Halloween party was going on, and that was the biggest prospect for earnings. So, quick question to you guys. How helpful are these emails from Lyft? How helpful are the emails, and how helpful are these tags in the Uber app? And I'll show you right now. How helpful are those event tags, right? Because it's kind of one and the same. Lyft is saying, hey, be here, for high demand, and then Uber is saying, be here on the app because we have a lot of events going on. Or does that kind of just bring more oversaturation? You can see here we're talking about Oktoberfest. We have Oktoberfest going on here in San Diego. And also, kind of a side note for you guys is drivers have been seeing that Surge is not showing on the app. I want to ask you guys, and please comment in the live stream, comment in the comment section below if you're watching the rebroadcast. Are you not seeing Surge on your app? How long has this been going on? Because we're not seeing any Surge. I'm not seeing any Surge here in San Diego, and we're talking about evening rush hours as well. I have not seen Surge anytime when I'm opening my app to check on it for trends. So I think this is an error, software error maybe in the app. This is not the first time this has happened, that Surge is not displaying. Now I have heard that Surge is showing up in the ride request, but again, it's nice to see on the map, right? We use that as a resource. So let me know if you're seeing Surge in your Uber app. And please feel free to post any questions as well in the comment section, guys. Whatever it's related to, we can definitely get to it. So check this out. Dark Road was asking about if you can dress up for Halloween. And not only can you, but last year Lyft gave away $1,000 to a driver who dressed up for Halloween. And kind of goes along with their fun persona, the fun attitude that Lyft seems to have. So check this out. Get $1,000, dress up, and drive. Halloween weekend is just 3 days away, featuring 25% plus more rides, a mischievous marketing campaign, and our dress up and drive contest. a special chance to earn even more. Snap a spooky car selfie and give at least 10 rides this weekend, and you could win up to $1,000 in cash. What do you think of this? Good idea? Bad idea? If Uber did something as well, how could this have been done better? Or can it be done better? So Dark Road was asking about dressing up. You can. And not only can you dress up, but Lyft gave away $1,000 to do so. So here are my thoughts on this. You know, of course it's good. Of course it's a good thing to do a contest because someone's going to win. Someone's always going to win. So it's going to really brighten someone's day. It's a good opportunity because, you know, we could not have it and then there'd be no chances. So I feel if they could do this more regionally, and this may have been done regionally. You know, I'm not sure exactly what kind of email groups they're sending this to. So this may have been local, regional, you know, I'm not sure. But they should just ensure that it's regional. Local would be even better, you know, to your market. So basically they would give $1,000 away to, you know, a driver in all of the major markets. I'm not sure if that's the case, but at least, you know, $1,000 to a kind of a tri-state market. I'm not sure how big of a pool that they were polling here, because it was nationally, and you know, just one driver was going to win nationally, or a few. You know, I would hope that they would do that a little bit more incentive for more winners. All right, guys. Now we're back to Uber, and now we're back to the most recent emails. It's spooky how much we appreciate you, Michael. This was after, as you can see here, November 1st, after Halloween. It was a busy Halloween weekend, but because of your hard work, the streets of Pittsburgh stayed safer while riders enjoyed festivities around town. So thanks for getting out on the road. It's a treat to have you as a partner. And I mean, the sentiment is good, right? But a lot of this would come from Uber. And it would be just kind of like, hey, thanks. You know, thanks for hitting 1,000 rides, 5,000 rides, for driving for 5 years, whatever it may be. It would kind of come in the form of this. And you see the same thing in the app. Say, hey, thanks. That's it. That's it. Thank you. Like I said in one of my most recent videos, it'd be great to have some kind of veteran driver bonus. It would be great to have some incentives who have been on the incentives for drivers who have been on the platform for some time. So I'd really like to see that paired with this messaging. It's always good to send out thank yous. It's good to acknowledge drivers who have been on the platform for a while, or if they took their time to drive for big holidays, but maybe some kind of veteran driver bonus, or for hitting certain milestones. That would be great for drivers. All right, guys, we still have 6 people in here. Really appreciate it. We got about 20 minutes left, so what we're going to do is, again, field any questions that you guys have about Halloween. It doesn't even have to be about Halloween or Halloween weekend. If you do have any questions, feel free to post them in the live chat, and we'll definitely try to help you out. I did see a question pop up here, Virginia Rideshare commenting on our most recent Halloween video. Not sure if I should go with candy or not. I don't normally do the snacks and freebies, but maybe for Halloween weekend. I'm going to ask you guys, what do you think about that? What do you think about candy, any free offerings for Halloween? What do you think? Dark Rose says it's spooky how Uber's insurance is such a high deductible. Would be a treat if they gave us better coverage. Excuse me, guys. Yeah, deductibles for both Uber and Lyft. You know, Lyft's got such a high deductible. Uber's got one as well. We're talking over $1,000 deductible, and that it's tough because that's, you know, out-of-pocket expenses. I mean, you're going to pay $1,000 before, you know, Lyft is even going to tap into their insurance. And another thing, as we mentioned on the channel, make sure you do have ride share gap insurance. There is a gap in period 1 when you're driving. and you're online but you don't have a passenger, if you don't have rideshare gap insurance, your personal insurer may drop you. So reach out to the companies out there. It's really easy. Just give them a call or get a quote online, and make sure you mention rideshare gap coverage. How much is the coverage limit? Typically, you're looking at 50, 150, and 50 for a minimum, or 150, 300, 150 for a full tort coverage. And there's a whole parameter of what that means, but you do want to talk to your insurance agent about that. M. Silver, a hammer. I hit 4,000 rides today. Wonder when I'll receive my bonus from Uber. Yeah, there should be something for that, guys. There should be something. I was thinking, at least 500 rides should be something small, right? Maybe something with Uber swag, something really little. 500 rides, just to say, hey, you're doing it. You're used to the platform now. We hope you're succeeding, etc. 1,000 rides. Lyft did their 1,000 ride jacket, and they're still doing it, I believe. They're still doing a jacket for 1,000 rides, and then subsequently there, maybe 2,000, 3, 4, 5, etc. I don't know. 1,000, maybe you skip up to 2,500, right? And then you go to 5,000, but monetary bonus would be great. Something to acknowledge that time. Dark Road says, no treats in the car anymore. I only offer powdered water. Julio says water only. Okay. Dark Road says, not sure what to add though. Yeah, that's tricky. Yeah, powdered water. How do you make that happen? Hey, is it Saran? Saran Michelle, who is the best insurance company? What's interesting though is because we can't really say for sure, because it depends on the time of year. It depends on everything really, your age, your driving history. They're going to take that into consideration. Even what kind of car you're driving, from my understanding, is going to go into your insurance quote. Because again, it's how high risk are you for them to insure? What's the comparable rates for your market, right? Based on kind of what the market average is for your market. So you do want to check. Okay, you do want to check. I have the highest coverage limit that I'm aware of, at least, which is at 150, 300, 150 coverage. Okay, again, I don't want to get you the wrong information as far as the breakdowns of that, but I do have the highest coverage, the full tort, T-O-R-T, the full tort limit, and it doesn't cost much more. Okay, it's not going to cost much more than your personal insurance, actually. I know if you want to dive a little bit deeper into insurance, Harry, the rideshare guy at the rideshare guy blog, let me get you the exact website here, has a good feature on insurance. And Harry does a lot of research, is up in the LA market about rideshare. TheRideshareGuy.com/blog. Him and his team go into insurance a little bit deeper. But I've had a Geico rideshare insurance, Erie insurance, and I've had most currently Allstate. Okay, and they're all fine for me. It's the coverage comes down to cost. What's reasonable for full tort coverage, and that's all I'm really looking for. Okay, and you have to look into the stipulations of the contract as well, of course. Harry's great. Dark Road says. Harry is great. A lot of very valuable resources. Dark Road Allstate is pretty good. Dark Road, how is surge in San Diego? I don't know, because again, we're not seeing the surge on the Uber app, oddly enough. All right, guys. M. Silver Hammer, last night I hit 3,000 5-star trips. I have a 4.91 rating. However, I noticed that the app rolled back to 2,000 5 stars instead of rolling. Okay. I guess I will have to contact Uber about the incorrect count. Yeah, I've seen that too. I think I used to have, much higher 5-star rides, and I think it went down as well. And I can't even remember what it was supposed to be, so I just leave it. It's Yeah, I think the number did decrease at some point, and it's hard to say. It's been so long, but let's see. A dark road, I'm paying $160 a month for a rideshare policy. Yeah, mine was around 100. I think 130 something. Erie in Pittsburgh was a little bit better. It was 116. But I did, it covers your personal driving. It fills in that gap insurance for rideshare driving, for that gap one period of driving. And I also added renter's insurance if you are renting an apartment. It insures the stuff that is in your apartment should there be like a fire, flooding in your electronics and your personal items are damaged. That protects you for that. Or theft, I believe, or burglary. All right, guys. Any other questions? Hey, yes, make sure to enter that giveaway below using the links below for the PowerPod if you haven't done so already. We're giving away 2 of these, and the contest is only open for less than a month, so make sure to enter that. And as we get closer and closer to Halloween, make sure you're doing that preparation, okay, for your vehicle. We talked about the bar rush crowd, okay. We talked about the hours that you should be driving, probably 8 p.m. until 3 a.m., and adjust that accordingly if your bars are open later. Yeah, 8 p.m. until about 3 a.m. is pretty good, 3:30 a.m. So we talked about the hours you want to drive. Let's talk about the car, a little bit about what you need to do to set up your car. Halloween, you're probably going to see some decorated Ubers and Lyfts. Traditionally, I have seen, the lights in the car, the black lights in the car, things hanging from the ceiling and whatnot. To a degree, it's fun. Yeah, to a degree, it's definitely fun. I've seen some window clings and stuff like that. Some of that's pretty easy to do. Note about the window clings. If you do kind of the jelly kind, right, the squishy kind, that color can kind of bleed out onto your windows, and especially if you're in markets with a lot of sun. I'm not sure how easy that is to clean off, or if that's going to stain your window glass. So be mindful of that. Oh, Dark Road, guys. I didn't even mention this. Dark Road just dropped a $5 super chat. Trick or treat, Mike. Thank you very much. Maybe that's a Halloween candy budget, right? Dark Road just dropped I'm going to point in the wrong direction. Again, a super chat right here, and I really appreciate that. Guys, a super chat if you want to show your extra special appreciation on the channel and you're watching on a laptop or a desktop, you can hit the $sign in the live chat box and send a message or a question that's going to go to the top of our priority. Or again, just to show your extra special appreciation, you can always send a super chat. Dark Road, thank you so much. That is that may be Halloween candy. I don't know, maybe a Halloween candy budget for me or my passengers. I may just have to eat that myself, right? That's your Driver Mike candy budget. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, Dark Road is very loyal subscriber and always in our live chats and comments on the videos. Very appreciated. So Ron, have you ever had to file a claim? What was your experience? I have excellent record, but I like to know if something went wrong. No, I have not had to file a claim. You would do that in the app, okay? Now, there's a difference, and I'm not going to get too much into this because I'm not an expert in this space. If you have insurance-specific questions, you may want to talk to an insurance rep from any of those companies. Talk about specific scenarios and what would happen in those scenarios, just because I don't want to get you wrong information. But yes, you are going to submit claims if you had an at-fault accident. Okay. Of course, if it's not your fault, it's going to go through the other person's insurance, and you're going to file with them. You're going to get their information, go through their insurance. We're talking specifically if it's an at-fault accident, and you're going to have. And again, you have to be online. You have to be, at least online. If you're not online, you're not technically on the Uber and Lyft system, so you can't tap into their insurance. But if you're online, you want to submit a claim through either the dashboard, the help center. Lyft has a critical safety response team. Uber has a similar team as well. Now, of course, if there's injuries, anything like that, always call 911 first. Secondary to everything, you can report any kind of injuries and stuff like that through the Uber and Lyft app and go through their insurance process that way. If you do have to file a claim through the app, Uber or Lyft, a member of their critical safety response team is going to follow up with you. All right, guys, I think we caught up to all your comments. Yes, okay. We're talking about vehicle setup here. And so you're going to see the decorations, you're going to see the black lights, the streamers, whatever it may be. And I think it's okay. I think it's a decent touch. It's done tastefully. I think it can be fun, especially on Halloween. I mean, it's Halloween. It's going to be a fun time. I don't think it. Typically, I would say any decorations in your car kind of look a little tacky. If you have things hanging around, whatever it is, I always try to keep it really minimalist. But for Halloween, I think you can definitely have some fun things in the car, and I think it can add to an experience, right? I wouldn't have things hanging all over and something from the ceiling hanging in someone's face, and it gets kind of annoying. Also, make sure it's not going to obstruct your view. Okay, it may look nice, but a passenger may be thinking this isn't really safe because something's hanging in the window and obstructing the driver's view. So be mindful of that as well. But a nice, a decorated car may increase tips, possibly as well. So what do you think, guys? Decorating the car, good idea, bad idea? Add to the experience, looks kind of tacky. Let me know your thoughts. Oh, and candy as well, yes. I see the question from Virginia Rideshare as well. Not sure if I should go with the candy or not. I really don't think you should. Yeah, I don't think you should unless it is, packaged candy. And I'm only thinking of kind of the candy corn, right, which isn't really packaged per se. But if you can find the kind of kid trick-or-treat bags of it, kind of like a little trick-or-treat bag of not cotton candy. You could do cotton candy if you want, I guess. Candy corn. I think it'd be kind of fun, to do little mini bags of candy corn or candies if you want. Be mindful that passengers may eat it in the car and you may have some garbage. Always check the back seats anyway, right? Always check the back seats after every ride just to make sure, I'm losing my voice right now, that someone doesn't leave something behind. And this is tea, right, guys? This is supposed to be helping my voice. Yeah, I mean, the candy, the decorations are fine. Again, the candy, if you're going to do candy, all right? If you're going to do candy, make sure it's prepackaged, and you're also going to have to run the risk of someone leaving wrappers behind. But you should always check the back seat anyway after every ride to make sure, A, for the garbage, and B, that someone didn't leave something behind. Hey, Francisco, thanks for joining. See, yeah, Francisco says tacky. Yeah, if you do too much. Excuse me. Yeah, if you do too much, I think it does get a little tacky. If you have the black lights everywhere, if you have things hanging from the ceiling, candy and whatnot, I think it can look a little bit tacky. Saran, sorry, last question about insurance. If you drive with a rental car, how does insurance work? I think that you're going to have to check with Uber support or your insurance team locally, okay? Because I don't drive with a rental. I assume we're talking about a lease specifically for rideshare, okay? Not just a outright rental car, but again, I'm not sure there. I would do some digging on Uber's support pages as well as maybe reaching out to them via the app or Twitter or something like that. Yeah, like Francisco was saying, maybe a little bit, maybe a little tacky if it gets, too much with the candy. But for Halloween, again, I think Halloween you can kind of get away with a few things, having fun with it in the car. Maybe an idea would be, now if you're driving those later hours, to have some kind of mini trick-or-treat pumpkin on your middle console. Ideally, it would light up from the bottom, and to fill that with candy. Just kind of those plastic, real small plastic, pumpkins, and filling that with kind of candy. But again, there's a risk with that, with the messes, but it could lead to more tips. So any other questions about Halloween, guys? We're approaching the 1 hour mark, and it goes so fast with you guys. We always allocate at least an hour to these live streams, an hour and a half if we've really had good dialogue. So if you have any questions about Halloween, things you should do, things you shouldn't do, strategy ideas, profit, questions about when and where to drive, feel free to post them in the live chat or in the comments below if you're watching on the rebroadcast. I kind of want to touch on more of the costumes. Saran, thank you for the info, Mike. You are really great. Appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, it's again driving for. Hey guys, let me show you this. If you're just joining, check it out. Boom. Check it out. So this is my first Halloween weekend, and we're showing you this because this is why. Here's last year, 2016. Here's why we are going over our earnings, right? And strategies for Halloween, because it's really a big day for earnings, and you need to know when to drive, where to drive, how you should set up your car. Also, again, we were talking about things to be prepared for. If you haven't done so already, I know it's not the most fun thing, but right now, let's see, it's October 7th. You may want to place an order for some sick bags, okay? And we always try to talk about the positives and success on rideshare, but there's inherent risks if you're driving those party crowds. So place an order now. I believe the link for the Your Driver Mike store on Amazon is still active, but I can send you guys one right now in case it's not active. Because yeah, by the way, guys, I say that because Amazon is discontinuing stores in October, okay? Actually pretty soon. So you're no longer going to be able to access any of my recommended products. Here we go. Yeah, you're no longer going to be able to access all of my recommended products in one place on the Amazon store because that's going to be discontinued. So always make sure to check out the descriptions of my videos. The descriptions contain, gear, accessories, things that you may need, and I link out to that. And I do receive a small commission from those sales that you guys make, but those commissions do help support product reviews, getting different equipment for the channel and whatnot. So I really would appreciate if you do need any kind of accessories and whatnot, and checking out those links below in our video descriptions. So, as you may have seen, guys, in the live chat, we linked out to some sick bags, the one that I recommend, the ones that I use. It's not fun to talk about. It's not fun to talk about, I know, but you want to have something that's actually meant to do the job. I know some people use trash bags, Walmart bags, whatever. Those are opaque, so they're not see-through because no one wants that. They do close. They're not meant to be waterproof, but they do seal and close. It's a small vessel that can store in your car. I've heard of drivers having garbage cans in the back seats, a garbage pail for that very purpose. I wouldn't do that. That's like assuming that every passenger is going to get sick. It's assuming that you've had problems in the past with that. And it adds mess and clutter. It doesn't look that great. It's going to get kicked around. But a sick bag can easily collapse into a side panel, the car door, something that you can get that out really quickly. So Ron, are you going to go to October? Oh, where will you store? Oh, yeah, there it is. Where will your store be after October? Well, it's really linking to, it's really associated with Amazon. So I would check, again, video descriptions for any kind of products. We have videos on accessories. One of our first videos we did is top accessories for drivers. I can link that above here on the rebroadcast. So yeah, number one, description. Number two, check out the accessories video, the playlists rather. The accessories playlist, we have a lot of products that we've reviewed there. And we can also look at other mediums, maybe some kind of a different shop hosted by someone else, something like that. So, speaking of shop, guys, if you are interested in anything Your Driver Mike related, as far as apparel, we have a lot of awesome things on our Shopify store. That is shop.spreadshirt.com/yourdrivermike. Mine is in the wash right now, so we aren't sporting it at the second, but a lot of good things there as well if you want to check that out. All right, guys, as we wrap it up here, we're fielding your questions about Halloween. If you guys have any other questions about how to succeed Halloween weekend, it's going to come up faster than you think. It's coming up. Let's see here, guys. You have 1, 2, 3 weeks. After this week, you have 3 weeks. There goes my voice again. It's just today, guys. I don't know. Normally, we're pretty good. Normally, the voice is okay for 90 minutes, too. You have 3 weeks to prepare. So if you don't have any accessories, okay, if you want to get things to decorate your car, again, don't go overboard, but if you want to place any online orders, you have 3 weeks until the actual weekend of the 27th, 28th, and 29th. We're going to see the most demand. Real quick, is it going to be worth it to drive on that Tuesday, October 31st? Is it going to be worth it to be out there on Tuesday? Let's talk about that. Good Brook Enterprises, yes, free t-shirts, LOL. We are considering doing a giveaway for some Your Driver Mike t-shirts if there's enough interest in that. Yeah, if you're interested in seeing a Your Driver Mike giveaway for some of our we have more than t-shirts too. Excuse me. There's hoodies, jackets, kind of accessories for drivers as far as coffee mugs because we need our coffee. Check out that shop at Spreadshirt. We have that linked below in the description. Yeah, and if there's some stuff there that you guys seem to like, we can definitely do a giveaway. So if you want to see a giveaway on some of Your Driver Mike accessories and swag, put a comment below in the comments section. Let's see. Aberlo. Okay. Aberlo is a website shopping site for people to set up stores. I think I've been considering, it's like Shopify, I think. Yeah, familiar with Shopify. I was thinking maybe of migrating to Shopify for some of our stuff. But we're using Spreadshirt for the clothing and accessories. And again, typically we'll link out to Amazon. And again, those commissions from Amazon do help us on the channel. So guys, yes, you only have a few weeks. So if you are shopping, there we go. If you're shopping or looking to get things to set up your vehicle, you only have a couple of weeks and you really want to have it already ready to go in 3 weeks, okay? Which means you need to place your orders now. And let me know. Let me know in the comments or in the live stream what you guys plan on doing. If you plan on doing any kind of candy, decorations. That question came from Virginia Rideshare, so thank you for asking that specifically about the candy. Hey Steven, thanks for joining. New to Uber, just did 4 rides. How do those first few rides go? Okay. Yeah, if you're a new driver, how are those first few rides going? What are your expectations of Uber? Busier, less busier? Is it what you expected kind of thing? And will you be driving for Halloween? And we only got a few minutes, guys. I want to hear your feedback. Yeah, so let me know, guys. Are you going to be driving for Halloween? I'm really interested in finding out. In our comments section, we have James saying, I like to dress up. Excuse me. It's going, guys. See, I only got a few minutes left, I tell you. I like to dress up too. Last year, I was an airline pilot. This year, I'm going as Negan. That must be a character, I'm not sure. The passengers love it. And hey, you know, it's kind of fun. And if you want to dress up, I don't really see anything wrong with that. Make sure, again, you're not obscuring your face. A costume that can you can still be easily recognizable. But there's really no negatives to it. You know, you can have some fun out there on Halloween. Nothing wrong with that. Steven, my first ride was at the airport. Yeah, airport runs, guys. Just make sure you have the right permitting, if there's any permitting required. And go over the pickup, drop-off process. Sometimes Uber has kind of a help website for your airport. So check out if they have that help website. They have kind of guides to help you for airport runs. Steven says, it was okay, their first few rides. All right. Good Boog, been driving 2 months, 569 trips to date. All right. Yeah, Saran, yeah, to clarify, you are correct. Yeah, my store will end on Amazon, but I can still link to it. Yes. Yes. The A store, as they call it, the A store is discontinuing. So if you see below in the links, you'll see your Driver Mike store. That's an Amazon A store. Basically, it compiles all my recommended products into one place. So you can basically, shop like a store and look at different categories. We have technology, security, and it's all in one place. Now I won't have that feature, but I can still link to Amazon and individual items. It's not as convenient because I can only link to I have to have a link for each item. But Amazon was not finding a lot of traffic, visiting the stores itself. Yeah, a lot of my affiliates from Amazon have been individual links, so I've seen that as well. Not a lot of traffic on the A store, but we will still have access to products. Yes. Rudy, since Uber lowered the destination filters to 2, it seems like I never get destination filter passengers anymore. Yeah, guys, as you know, a lot of markets, including here in San Diego, the destination filter, as part of the 180 days of change, went from 2 to 6. And we had 6, but drivers were using it so much that Uber said it was causing longer waits for passengers. So they moved it from 6 back down to 2. Steven, I will be driving for Halloween and I hope it goes well. Yeah, I believe so. What market are you in? I believe it definitely will go well if you're doing the research, if you know where to be. Look for any road closures. If you have any larger parties, festivals, something going on in your market, make sure you know if those are going on. And then kind of, know when to drive, like we talked about, 8 p.m. until 3 a.m. It should be pretty busy in most markets. So how does one go to your store directly, Saran? I'm going to see right now if that link is live, and I'll post it in the live chat here. All right, guys. Here we go. And I'm going to see if it's still live because maybe they already discontinued it. Let's see. Let's click on it here. There we go. Okay. Okay, let's see. There you go. So I just posted in the live chat my Amazon A store, they call it. So again, it just has all of my recommended products, and a lot of them, again, I do see most of them are still on there. We have safety and security. We have car tech accessories. We have car accessories for the interior, car accessories for the exterior, and YouTube gear that I use for the channel. So you can check it out. It's nice to have it all in one place. So that is the your Driver Mike store on Amazon. I believe they are getting rid of that here in coming weeks, though. All right, guys, so any other final questions? We're going to wrap it up here. Again, I want to thank you for joining this live stream every Saturday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 1 p.m. Eastern. On your way out, please, if you haven't already done so, leave a like on this live stream. Shows me that you guys get value from the content, from the live stream, gets more eyes in here as always, and of course, boosts us in YouTube's almighty algorithm. So please, if you haven't done so already, it takes 2 seconds, maybe even 1 second, of course, if you can do so on your way out. Okay, Saran, no, I mean after Amazon ends their store. Yeah, after Amazon ends their store, again, just look in the video descriptions. Also look on the accessories playlist on my profile on YouTube. That is my accessories playlist on my YouTube profile. There's a lot of products there. But I'll always be linking out products in my videos in the descriptions. So I'd say there would be the best place to look in the video descriptions. Now, if you want recommendations for any specific products, okay, I would post that in a question, as a question in a comment, okay, on a video. If you're watching a video and you want a recommendation to a certain product, just post a question in the comments and I'll get back to you. So Ron, will there be a new link or do we use the same one? Well, again, once the store is discontinued, there'll be no more link to the actual store itself, just individual links, and you will see that in the video descriptions, again, or in the comments section if you post a comment. All right, guys. So I think that's it for us today. Awesome conversation about Halloween. I hope you really enjoyed the live stream. And whatever you guys want to talk about, feel free to post in the comments below for our next live stream next week. I hope to see you there, and I hope you do really well in 3 weeks, guys. 3 weeks for Halloween weekend. I hope you do really well. Let me know if you are doing the costume, the candy. Post that in the comments below. So as always, guys, it's been a great time. I love doing these live streams. It's hard to go, but we got to get going. So I want to say thank you so much for watching. And guys, I will see you in the next one. Thanks.